You know, there's many prophets exist in the world today and before. Like as an example, me myself, I predicted that in winter is going to get cold. And I predicted, that many women, as we speak, they have their period, which nobody knows. But Muhammad, he have always a special prediction. Like he is the one who predict that the sun set in murky water, and we discover is true. He is the one who discover that if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. If the man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. He is the one who discovered that women have a sperm coming from their ribs, men have a sperm coming from his backbone. He discovered a lot of things. He discovered that hail is coming from mountains in heaven. And Allah, he have a sledgehammer and he break hail and he throw it at the one he don't like. But today our topic is different. About Gog and Magog. I'm sure this picture in front of you making you excited, isn't it? Gog and Magog. What is Gog and Magog according to Muhammad? How the Prophet knew about Gog and Magog? What the Prophet said about Gog and Magog? Yet the kuffar, they say the Prophet is not a prophet when he told us things nobody knows. Only Prophet of Allah, he knew about Gog and Magog. Let us start talking about Gog and Magog. If you like to be tall and you are short, commercial break, you can take a medicine. It's called get 1, get 3 times taller. You will become like a cedar tree, as the Prophet of Allah said about the people of Gog and Magog. Call our Muslim number 1-900 adult. Gog and Magog, each one of them is taller than a cedar tree. And Muhammad, he said, each one of them is in the height of 120 arms. I never thought they are so short like this. That's very short. See, I'm trying to show you the hadith, but my mouse is not functioning. Gog and Magog. What happened to my mouse? And Muhammad, he said, each one of them is in the height of 120 arms. I never thought they are so short like this. That's very short. See, I'm trying to show you the hadith, but my mouse is not functioning. Gog and Magog. What happened to my mouse? Gog. The Prophet, he said, قلت يا رسول الله صفهم لنا, O Messenger of Allah, describe them for us. He said, they are three kinds. Three kinds. Some of them, they are like a cedar tree. A man, he said, and what is that cedar tree? He said it's a tree exists in Asham, which means Syria, and etc. And it is 120 arms high in the sky. Those are the one nothing can stop them, no arms, I mean, nothing can match their horses too and their arms. And kind of them, which he sleep inside his ear. And he cover himself with the other ear. And they will never pass by any elephant or a beast or a camel or a pig, but yet they will eat it. And if one of them he die, they will eat him too. The beginning of them is in the Sham, which means in Syria, the natural Syria, not Syria, the border today. And the end of them is in Khorasan. They drink the rivers and the lakes from the east all the way to the lake of Tabaria, which now exists in Israel. Now, for sure, the Muslim, they will say to you, this is da'if. This is da'if hadith. But according to who? It's da'if according to whom? Huh? You know, I mean, Muhammad, he really have a strong imagination. If we search this hadith all over the internet, we will find all the stories, and it's approved by Muslims. And actually, this is why you are writing it. If it's not right, if the story is fabricated, why it's in your book anyway? As an example here, the book of Majma' al-Zawaid, and this is islamweb.net. And here is the hadith. Shall we translate to English? Let us translate. Because maybe Christian Prince is not telling the truth. You know, as the Muslims, he never tell the truth. Even though he's showing them the reference in front of them, the screen, but he's lying. Hello? He's always lying. I asked the Messenger of Allah about Gog and Magog. Hadith number 12572. Nation, Gog of Magog, every nation, 400,000 nation. From every nation of them, there's one, look, every nation of Gog and Magog divided into 400,000 nations. True story. And one of them he die, when one of them he die, he will not die until he have 1,000 male baby. And each one of them, he will be carrying a weapon to fight. They are war warrior. Each one of them, you know, the Muslims are confused about those. Are they human or not? Obviously they are not. I mean, 120 arms, and this one sleep inside his ear. I mean, what kind of ear is that ear? I mean, it's the size of a tent. How you can sleep inside your ear? I mean, this is even stupid. So, and each one of them, when he die, translation is not too much accurate, will give 1,000 baby before he die. 1,000. I said, Messenger of Allah, describe them for us. He said, they are three kinds. Let's say three species. May Allah protect your species. Species, eh? So, brother, they are the three species. Yeah. Now, the Prophet, when he said there are three species, obviously the Prophet, he knew what he's talking about. We have to put that into consideration. The Prophet, he never says something unless he is sure from it. Remember, this is always a prophecy. This is not Muhammad speaking from his own pocket. Here, the Prophet is telling you what nobody really knows. So he said there are three species. Many of them are like the translation he summarized, because the word arz, the same as the arroz, it's kind of rice, but I mean, it's very close as a writing. It is a cedar tree, not rice. Like the cedar tree, I said, what is cedar tree? He said, it's a tree in the Levant. This is a translation. A length of the tree is a 20 and 100 cubit in the sky. They are short. You know what? I thought that one day I will hear about somebody is told she is going to use a hammer against you, the same as what happened to the Qur'an. End of the commercial. So when Qur'an, he arrived to the place where the sun set, and he found it going down. Now, if you are going down and you do not know what to do, I can tell you the solution. Call our 1-800 number right away, right now. Actually, we have a caller. Yes, caller. Yes, what's your problem? You are going down. Don't worry, my friend. We are going to preserve for you a one-way ticket. You are the lucky man to Afghanistan. You will spend your vacation there. One-way ticket, because you will never come back anyway. Coming back. The place where the sun set, he found it going down in the Black Sea. Black Sea. I mean, where it says in the Arabic Black Sea? It says a spring of water. You idiot liar. Black Sea. I mean, a spring of water became a Black Sea. Unbelievable. It says Aynun Hamia. So the Prophet, he predict that, and this has been discovered to be true. And actually, even the Prophet, he explained this verse, which the Muslim tried to run away from it, where it says, I'm typing in English again. Look at the Prophet, how he was able to discover this. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah. Take a note, never sit in front of the Prophet of Allah, because he have a power of 4,000 men. You are responsible for what will happen to you if you sit in front of him in a donkey. This guy is very careful. He sat behind him. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, do you know where this sat? I replied, Allah and his apostle know best. He said, ignorant, fool, let me teach you. It said in a spring of warm water. You know, the one who keep asking questions have nothing to do with our topic, I will block you, my friend. Either you are here for the topic or you are not. Don't act like a kid. Huh? Don't act like a kid. Be mature. You don't enter a classroom talking about mathematics and you ask about geography. Now we are talking about geography. Who care about this journalist? Are you an idiot? Focus, focus. Which one is more important? We are talking about saving life of people being deceived by this fool. You are worried about a journalist. He's not a journalist, he's a terrorist. Admin, anyone, he posed a question, have nothing to do with our topic, give him a time up, and then block him if he continue. Hold on, we have a Muslim proper. He said something very important. Have to do with the topic. You know, I like Muslim proper. He is very good. Where is the text? Where is Muslim proper? Hold on. Let me show you how the Muslim, they are very consistent. Mr. Abbas, he said this. And this is how the Muslims, the Mohammedan, the refuters, the worshippers of Muhammad, the black stone kissers. And yet they are not pagans. You are pagan. They kiss black stone, yes. But they are not pagan. Why? Why you want us, Muslim, to believe everything written by every Muslim? Warning, please. Don't believe whatever Muslim write. Abbas, he warned you. Muslims are a bunch of liars according to Abbas. Do you see it? Be my witness. Why you want us to believe everything written by every Muslim? Do you believe everything written by every Christian? You idiot. This is everything written by Christian. What everything? We have the Bible. Those are written by our church father. Yes, we believe in it. How come you don't? Isn't it Quran says to you that you have to obey the Prophet and obey Allah and follow whatever the Prophet he says? So you have to follow the hadith. How come you are saying to me now that Allah did not preserve the hadith of the Prophet? So Islam is not preserved. Because Islam is not exist without the hadith. And now you are saying to me, you cannot believe everything everyone said, but this is your Prophet said. They are not saying I said. They are saying the Prophet said. And look, it says here, Sahih, in chain. Nothing wrong with it. Anything is embarrassing, they say to you, do you want us to believe whatever Muslim they say? No, we don't. Actually, I'm saying to people, never believe one word the Muslim he say to you. You are right. Liars. Liars, liars. He admit, he agree that we Muslim, we lie about our Prophet. We fabricate his stories is not there. Well, if it is fabrication, why it's there? Why you write it? Why you print it? You see here right away, you will see the stupidity and the lie, because it's embarrassing. Because if it was a lie, you will not write it down. You will say, this is garbage, we'll take it away. Actually, Ibn Ishaq, he said many things does not fit with the Prophet. I did not even put it there. God knows how many things we lost. It doesn't fit, so he decide what fit, what doesn't fit. His Majesty. He decide what it fit. So this is after filtration, not before. So the sun, anyway, he like it, you like it, it's in front of you. This is Sahih book, authentic book. You see, if we ask Muslims, how many books of authentic there is for Muslim Sunni, they say 6, and this is one of them. This is one of them. And in total agreement with the Quran. It is in total agreement with the Quran. The Quran says he found the sun sitting in murky water. The Quran said that. It's not something against the Quran. He found it going down into a murky spring of water, not a Black Sea. That's a lie. You change the translator right away, you will find it is a spring of water. So he reached the place where the sun set, Muhammad claiming that there's a guy, his name is Zulqarnain. Obviously, this is a story about Alexander the Great, who supposedly occupied most of the earth, known earth at that time for him. And he conquered a huge part of the earth. And he used to warrior, like a hat, have two horns. And this is what the Roman used to do. And according to Muhammad, the guy with the two horns. So Muhammad, he took a fiction story written by a person, he is from Syria. Fiction story about Zulqarnain, which is a true person, but the story is fiction. And he put it in the Quran, proving to us that Muhammad is nothing but a fraud. And then he continued. When he arrived there, he found people. Why the Gospel of Thomas? Do you accept it? You see, guys, we don't call it Gospel. So how we can call it gospel? You see, Abbas, you are just a kid, my friend. This is not a gospel. You can write now a book and you call it a gospel too. Because for us to agree with something, Like you Muslim, you keep saying there is a book, it's called the Gospel of Barnabas. Do you accept it? You yourself don't accept it. So this is silly. So for us, we are the believers, which mean we believe in what we have. Anything else is not our belief. You are the believer and you believe in this. And now you are trying to deny it. You see the difference? If the Muslim reject the book of Tirmidhi or Ibn Majah or etc., I will say, okay, they rejected, that's it. You know, it's not Islamic book, so we don't accept it. I'm not quoting for you from a book is rejected by Muslims. I'm quoting for you from your Quran and from books is written by you, accepted by you, and you call it authentic. Potato. Is it different? I'm not quoting for you a book written by a Christian prince about Muhammad. I'm quoting for you the Quran. I'm quoting for you what your prophet said. I'm quoting to you what your prophet said according to you, Muslims. What you are saying to me, this is not according to us. Who is the one who what do you name those people who follow that book you're not naming for me? Nobody follow it. If somebody follow it, then you can question him about that. But you follow this. This is your religion. Who decide the book of the Bible? The church father, and we have manuscript for it. If we don't have manuscript, then we don't approve it. Very simple. And secondly, you idiot, the Bible is book of books, is not only one book. But anyway, they try to take away the topic about the embarrassment statement and teaching of their prophet. Abbas, does the verse says that he found the sun sitting in murky water, or I'm lying? Does the verse says that you're a prophet saying, that Allah saying, that Zulqarnain, he found the sun sitting in murky water, or we are lying? This is the question. It's in front of you. Does it say that or not? He found it sitting in a spring of hot, muddy water. Who is saying that? Allah. Are you going to say now Allah word is rejected? Do you accept the Quran or not? And if those hadith are not authentic, why you say they are authentic? Hey Khalid, just wait, man. We have a topic. Hold on. When we say Muslims can call us, we will tell you call us. So here you see how they cry when we show you the truth. They're a prophet explaining the Quran. They don't like it. Embarrassing. And then this guy, he keep going, because we want to talk about Gog and Magog. And then he reached the land where the sun is rising, the rising of the sun. Actually, this fast translation. It says, حتى بلغ مطلع الشمس, until he found where the sun's rise. And he found it rising on a people. Okay, hold on. I mean, how you can switch this one, how you can fabricate this lie to cover it, how you can add a makeup to it, it doesn't work. Because he found the sun rising on people. Well, the sun rises over all people in the world. So he went nowhere then. The only way to accept this story, if what it says, that he went to a place where the sun come from. And let us show you that Muhammad, he got those people busted. If we go, Muhammad, he will teach you. And now we will show you authentic. So Abbas, he will not get upset. Because if Abbas, he get upset, he will eat your pizza. Read with me. Let us see. What Abbas will say now. Watch the tears. Watch the tears. We show you this one. Let us show you something else. Oh, Abu Dhar. This is Al-Bukhari. This is Al-Bukhari. This is what? Al-Bukhari. And he is mentioning here that this is interpretation for the verse 36, 38. Chapter 60, 36, verse number 38. Read carefully. Once I was with the Prophet in the mosque at the sunset. He said, "Oh, Abu Dhar, do you know where the sun set?" Muhammad, he loved it when you say to him, Allah and his Prophet know best. Muslims are mushrikeen. Muslims, they associate the knowledge of Allah, their God, with the knowledge of a man. They don't say Allah knows best. They say Allah and his messenger. I replied, Allah, his apostle, knows best. He said, it goes underneath the throne of Allah. And this is what the Quran is saying. And the sun runs into a fixed course. The Muslim, they have videos about those verses, saying this is about one day the earth will stop rotating and will collapse, blah, 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 blah. And this is the term. Muhammad was talking about everyday sun, claiming it is moving and going under the throne of Allah. Let us show you more hadith. And remember, this is Al-Bukhari. What they will say now? Why you are showing us Al-Bukhari? Al-Bukhari is a scam. I agree, all of you are following a scam. What about this one? What about this one? Al-Bukhari again, very authentic. The Prophet asked me at the sunset, do you know where the sun goes at the time of the sunset? I replied, Allah and his apostle know better. He said it goes, i.e. travel. Hey Abbas, do you agree with this or not? Is that a fabricated hadith too? Abbas now is delivering pizza. So according to Muhammad, he knew where the sun set, the Quran told him. He knew where the sun rise, the Quran told him. And he knew that the sun traveled every day. And he knew that the sun run into a course. And this is the everyday course. Who said that? Muhammad, the hadith in front of you. He said, it goes, i.e. travel, till prostrate itself, underneath the throne and take permission to rise again. I mean, can we make it more simple than this? Can we? Muhammad saying so. What they will say now? Muhammad is a liar. They cannot say that, so they will accuse the one who wrote the hadith saying fabrication, but this is the most authentic book for Muslims. Sahih al-Bukhari. And he is the one who is saying that this is what it meant in the Quran, that the sun runs into a fixed course for a term and degree. Let us continue. Then after Zulqarnain, he found where the sun set and the sun rise, he continued. And then he found two mountains. He found two mountains. What about them? Drama. Next to the mountains, they found a people who hardly understand the word. Guys, those people, they hardly understand the word, but then they start talking to them. Like, what? They hardly understand the word and you are talking to them? So, who could hardly understand the word? They said, Zulqarnain, surely Gog and Magog, make mischief. How they cannot speak and you cannot understand what they are saying. And then they say to you, are you there, Abbas? I mean, those people hardly can understand the word. Suddenly they became engineers. Suddenly they are telling him what to do, to build a dam, to do this, to block them. They don't understand the word. They are stupid. We don't know what they are saying. We don't speak their language. They can't understand the word. And then they say to him, like, what the heck? Actually, let me show you. Let me find in one of the interpretation. Somebody asked, I think it was Ibn Abbas, like Abbas here. Hold on, let me find it for you. In the tafsir of Al-Baghawi, let me find it. Give me a second. Which is the master of many scholars on Islam, Al-Baghawi. That's why Ibn Kathir keep quoting him. All right, we found it. They ask him, but how they cannot understand, but yet they were answering, talking. He said they have translators. What they have? What they have? Look, this is the Muslim book, not my book. The Muslims asking questions to the highest scholar. How they can understand when they don't understand? What the answer is? Read with me. Use Google translation again. It was asked how they say like they don't understand, and yet, I mean, translation is kind of funny, and yet they can speak. And you know, he said he spoke about them with the translator. This is a nation he never met before. Suddenly he have a translator for them. He have a translator. So it says la yafqahun, which means they are stupid. But a Muslim who claims to be a scholar, he have to find a solution for this big fat lie. Oh, they have a translator probably, brother. Nazir, do you have a problem with this, Nazir? Nazir, are you having trouble with this?